What's up, guys? It's RJ. Welcome back. Another day, another video, another random talk about sneakers. That's why we're here, right? Everyone's here to talk about sneakers. Not about me going to the gym, not about me going to the doctor, not about anything else. You came because you want to see some Jordans today because Jordan's in the title and you saw Space Jam and you saw the cool artwork. And that's why you're here, and I appreciate it. I just got done with the gym. I know you don't care about it, but I had to tell you because that's what I just did. We're gonna break out the 2017 Space Jam 11s, talk about them, talk about why I picked them up when I mainly collect and wear runners. I appreciate Nike for what they do with the Snkrs app. We'll talk more about that, and I'll see you guys at home. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm RJ, and I'd like to first and foremost thank you guys for checking out the channel. This is, I think, the 6th video going up, and I'm having a damn good time, and I really appreciate the response we've gotten so far. None of this can happen or will happen without you guys who are taking a look at the videos, and that means a lot to me. I really enjoy sneakers, and I really enjoy sharing my thoughts and opinions with everybody out there who's been watching the videos. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. Secondly, I need to apologize for the audio. It's awful. There's a huge, ridiculous echo in my office, and I'm working on that in 2 ways. Number one, the new camera is on its way. It should be here mid next week, and that'll improve both audio and video quality substantially. So we'll get that out of the way. Secondly, I'm gonna be redoing the office and hopefully soundproofing it a bit so all the echoes won't bounce off the walls, since most of my videos will be done in the office. With that said, again, welcome. Today things are gonna change slightly from what we've been doing on the channel thus far. All the videos that we've done so far have been based on Adidas and Boost and all the hype that's going on in the sneaker game. I had to take it back a bit and kind of go back to where shoes really started for me and when I fell in love. I want to say like 95, 96-ish when I was a kid. And obviously, like the majority of people out there, it started with Michael Jordan. I really fell in love with basketball. I started watching basketball. I lived basketball. Basketball was all I did for years and years and years of my life. Literally everything revolved around the Bulls and Jordan and Nike and everything, and that's where I fell in love, and that's why Nike will always hold a special place in my heart regardless of what's going on in the game. Nike is basically the roots to my passion, and that's why we're going to take it back a little bit today. First, I want to talk about nostalgia a bit, and I believe that's a huge thing for most people who continue to buy Jordans and any of the retros that Nike is releasing these days. For me, I know that when I was a kid, every Jordan that came out had some sort of appeal to me, just how fanatic I was about Nike at the time and Jordan. And so there's a small list of shoes that I still have never been able to get a hold of and that excite me when they release. The latest one that really struck nostalgia for me was the Space Jam 11s. They definitely released sometime in 2017, early 2017. So we're gonna take a look at those and really dive into just my opinions on them and why I think Nike's doing what they're doing. Obviously, Nike knows that people have the nostalgia for these shoes, and nostalgia for them is just turning into sales. And at the root of it all, business is about making money. Unfortunately, not everybody is okay with that these days, and they think that Nike's just focusing on retros, which isn't true, because Nike just released the Vapor Max back on Air Max Day about a week and a half ago, and that was completely revolutionary. There's never been a shoe like it this far, and that's cool. It's cool that Nike is still putting time and effort into innovating the industry. Like I said earlier, I'll always have love for them. Okay, let's dive into what I think is one of the best retro releases that I've seen. Again, one more thing before we dive into this, and that is the Nike Snkrs app available on iPhone. I believe it's available on Android too, but I've only ever used an iPhone, so I know it's available on the iPhone App Store. The coolest thing about the Snkrs app is you basically go in, you place your order, and within 10 to 15 minutes they tell you if you got it or not. There's no waiting in line, there's no dealing with bots, there's just really no bullshit. Your size is there, your payment's there, it's all ready. If you want the shoe, you place the order, type your password in, and you get put in a line, and you either get the shoe or you don't. Adidas, you've got to sit on the internet for sometimes hours and hope that you get through, hope that you get a place in line, hope that your place in line gets picked, hope that you get through and have the opportunity to purchase the shoe. And then once you're there, you hope that your internet doesn't crash or that the site doesn't crash. Now, I know Adidas has the Confirmed app, which is cool, but I'm not a fan of having to be in a certain place just to hopefully land a reservation. Not everybody lives in Los Angeles or New York or Beijing or Tokyo or Toronto or any of the other big cities where most of the releases happen. And it sucks, you know, for all of us who live out in the suburbs and, you know, can't drive hours away just to land a reservation. And if we do land a reservation, then we have to drive back again. It's just a mess. I hope that in the future, all the other brands adhere to what Nike has done and figure out a way to make the system a bit easier for everybody. Let's dive into the Space Jams, and the first thing we're gonna talk about is the packaging. I was almost more impressed with the packaging than I was with the actual shoes. It starts with the front of this box. Take a look at this. So you've got the 23 with the Looney Tune accents, because obviously the Looney Tunes were just as big a part of Space Jam as Jordan was. You've got a cool little piece of art here, you know, that was done specifically for these shoes. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but obviously you can see the 23, but if you turn it sideways, there's also a 45 here as well. Now next is the actual box. And I'm hoping that the camera picks up that 45 right there. You got the size tag. Open the box up. On the inside of the lid, you've got what looks like just the Galaxy. Again, another cool addition to the shoes. You don't see a whole lot of detail put into boxes like this particular pair. Next, you have the XI, because these are obviously Jordan 11s. Again, they hit you with the 45 on the tissue paper inside. Last but definitely not least, the actual shoes. The 2017 Jordan brand Space Jam 11s. This shoe has been and always will be one of the most iconic shoes for me. Just because the time that I got into shoes, Space Jam came out in theaters, I went and saw the movie, I was obsessed with Jordan, I was obsessed with the Bulls, I was obsessed with Nike, and this shoe just does it all for me. I'm not super well versed when it comes to Jordans and the construction of them, so please pardon the ignorance if I say or do anything wrong, but I want to point out a few things. Number one is the 45 back here on the heel panel. On every other pair of 11s, that's 23, so that's an awesome change. Then you've got the Jumpman logo right here, which I believe is reversed on this shoe and only a couple others. I'm not sure which others, but I definitely know that it's typically not reversed, it's the other way around. The patent leather on the heel panel here comes up a lot higher on this pair than most. I believe this is also considered pretty decent quality patent leather compared to some other pairs that are released. The patent leather is signature when it comes to the 11s. Wraps the whole entire shoe, and you've got the mesh construction on the upper here, black rope laces, you got the Jordan branding there on the tongue. It's obviously the iconic icy outsole with little hits of purple there on the forefoot and the heel. Jumpman logo right in the middle, carbon fiber right there on the arch. Overall, the shoe is beyond aesthetically pleasing. I'm definitely in love with this shoe. I'm not going to do an on foot just because if and when I do break these out, I'm just gonna play ball in them. And if that time comes, I'll post some pictures or something on Instagram. But for now, no real reason, because once you step on them and you put them on the ground, the bottom's gonna start yellowing, and there's no reason to do that if I'm not gonna play ball in them just yet. So with all that said, that's gonna do it for today, guys. If you're still looking for a pair of these, I would check out the GOAT app or the Slang app. Both cool apps to pick up shoes after they're sold out everywhere. I'm not sure what these are going for resale. I was lucky enough to pick them up for retail, hopefully not too expensive. But the packaging, the shoe, the quality, everything that Nike put into this shoe is amazing. So shout out to them, shout out to Jordan. That's gonna do it for today. I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Again, subscribe, that helps more than anything. Leave me a thumbs up, a comment down below, and until next time, guys, peace out.
It's fun.